Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Each week on Finding the Good Life, we'll chat with experts that will empower you to lead a healthier life. You'll hear from people with life-changing stories that will inspire you, and we'll take a closer look at what's happening in health and wellness now, so we can make better choices for ourselves and for our families. Journey with me to Finding the Good Life.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Join us on Toyota's Race Week as we take you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR each weekend.
You're watching K34QB, Vail.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to TV8's Good Morning Vail for Wednesday, June 23rd, 2021. Bit of haze and smoke covers the air today over Eagle County Regional Airport, the shot that you are currently looking at there. And that is results of the Sylvan Lake fire, which we are going to get to shortly. But first, I'm one of your hosts this morning, Eric Sundblad, alongside Maddie Evans. Maddie, glorious morning to you. How do you do today?
Wow, I was waiting for it. I was like, what's going to come out of his mouth this time? Good morning, Eric.
Yeah. You have a good evening?
Yeah, very mellow. Did laundry, did some yoga on the patio because the smoke wasn't too bad.
Patio yoga?
Yeah, you know, with Beatrice, it's really fun. She like climbs under me and on top of me, and I'm like, really, I'm just laying here now.
Have you seen the video of the Australian Shepherd mimicking the yoga owner? That's going to be you and B soon. You'll be TikTok sensations. Sensations.
You know, I'm going to have to pass on that. And also, I think that B is just like, hi, here's my very large body. I'm going to put it on you. And that's how you're going to do this yoga. She's like, good luck. 130 pounds. You got this, lady.
So she's the instructor.
Yes.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we got a great show in store for you today. We've got a whole bevy of fun guests. We've got Timberline Tours coming on. We've got the Town of Vail coming on. We've also, Boone's Wine and Spirits out of Eagle coming on. But before we get into that, we do want to update you on the Sylvan Lake fire currently burning down in Eagle. That fire reached about 3,360 acres by 9 p.m. last evening. It actually reached the banks of Sylvan Lake. It was declared a Type 2 incident, which means more firefighters, more support, more air tankers can arrive on the scene. I think we're up to 135 personnel on that.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And right now there's 0% containment. They had built a fire stopper, like a little barrier for it, and it just hopped right over that. So we're really, really in desperate need of this precipitation that's in our forecast right now. And again, we do want to thank all of those first responders that are out there, and they are taking this fire head on right now, because we do appreciate you, and we hope that it gets under control soon and that this rainfall comes to help you guys out.
Yeah, the percentage of rain is going up, so I think we've got a very good chance of that starting tomorrow. And I also wanted to mention, as even though the Sylvan Lake fire hasn't reached any homes or dwellings, just the haze and the smoke in the air can be very stressful for you. So if you're feeling like you're under a bit more duress than usual, don't hesitate to reach out. There are plenty of resources in this valley. Get started at eaglevalley.bh.org. That's Eagle Valley Behavioral Health, but behavioral health is shortened. eaglevalley.bh.org. There's also the Colorado Crisis Line, the local Hope Center. You've got Mind Springs Health in both Eagle and Lion's Head. Plenty of mental health resources. If you need any help, there's plenty of help out there for you. This can be quite dramatic and stressful with that fire getting close to Frost Creek.
Yeah, and right now there's a bunch of places on evacuation notice. After a lot of places were evacuated last night, the evacuation notice is happening in places like Frost Creek. So as that fire only seems to grow and expand, it's going to get, more evacuation, and they are making a refuge at the Basalt High School right now to just kind of make sure that people have a safe place to go.
Yeah. Yep, so keep your ears tuned to the EC Alerts, or EC Emergency is the new website, .org, for any updates on potential evacuations. And speaking of rain, well, let's take a short break and come back with a look at whether or not we've got good rain in our forecast.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
This is a live shot from Leadville first thing this morning, and you can see that their haziness is way less than up here. They are at a very high elevation and kind of in the opposite direction of that Sylvan Lake fire, so they are seeing some bluebird, beautiful skies this morning up there in Leadville. And we are expecting mostly cloudy skies for today, and then with that haze coming in from that forest fire in Sylvan Lake, make sure that if you are getting outside, you're just making sure that it feels right in your lungs, because right now taking in all that smoke inhalation is not great. But we are expecting those warmer temperatures today. 80 degrees is the high, 54 around 8 a.m. That 10% chance of precipitation, which we could really use, but hopefully we won't see it later this evening when there are the concerts in Avon, starting with the Runaway Grooms and then going to Los Tex Maniacs, who are Grammy winners. So a pretty fun, exciting concert taking place in Avon. And the best part is that concert is completely free to the public. So if you are going to go and maybe enjoy that concert, make sure that you enjoy that sunset as well. It's going to be taking place around 8:38, a low of 47 degrees tonight, and then that 10% chance of precipitation. If you are driving along that I-70 corridor at all today, 97 degrees and mostly sunny skies, maybe a little bit of cloud coverage in Denver, 80 in Vail, or 85 in Avon, 87 in Eagle. So nice and warm here in Eagle County. But like I said, that cloud coverage really sinking in. Hopefully we'll start to see that precipitation as tomorrow our chances of moisture ramp up to 50%, which is so nice because we definitely need it. It'll help with that Sylvan Lake Forest fire quite a bit. 75 degrees for the high tomorrow, 71 on Friday, 71 on Saturday as well. A 60% chance of precipitation on Friday and a 50% on Saturday. Into Sunday, we are expecting those temperatures to warm up a little bit more, 75 degrees on Sunday with that chance of precipitation dropping down to 25%. Monday morning, we'll start to see that beautiful sunshine again with a high of 77 degrees and a 10% chance of precipitation. Make sure that if you are getting out there for any fun activities for the next few days, that you just have your rain gear with you. And also stay hydrated and, like I said, protect those lungs with that haze that we have right now. Coming up next, we're going to take a quick break, and then we've got a fun interview coming into the studio.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
We are back. Xterra, the world's leading off-road triathlon, returns to Beaver Creek Saturday, July 17th. With sprint and full distance races for individuals and relay teams. Sign up today at xterraplanet.com and enter TV8 at checkout for an extra 10% off. Live more.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Well, we had some exciting news here in Eagle County yesterday as Governor Jared Pollis stopped by our local Avon Northside Kitchen to sign a bill into law that extends the temporary measure that allows you to get liquor and alcohol through takeout or delivery. So that's great news for local businesses, Maddie.
It is great news for local businesses, and one of his big pushes was that over the last year, a lot of them have been struggling, so it's nice to kind of give them that extra little relief. So people that are maybe looking to like eat food at home and watch, I don't know, your favorite TV show or something as it comes out every week, you can now order that glass of wine that you would normally get at the restaurant with your meal, but at home.
But at home, the whole bottle of wine.
The whole bottle
of wine can be yours with a pizza now. It's good stuff. So yeah, big thanks to Jared Pollis for supporting our local restaurants. And we've got a great little piece on financials here for you to take a look at.
A new survey shows that after a year of economic uncertainty, nearly half of Americans believe their finances will be better off in the next year. Why? Because the pandemic encouraged consumers to take a closer look at how they are saving and budgeting for the future. Nicole Sanchez with Chase is joining us today to break down those results and share tips, tools, and resources available to help grow savings, manage a budget, and boost credit. Nicole, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us some of the highlights of this new financial health consumer study.
So here at Chase, we gained important insights into what is top of mind for Americans today as it relates to their personal finances. And we saw some interesting trends. Despite a difficult year in 2020, Americans are looking ahead. While 37% of our survey respondents said that their financial situation has gotten worse over the last year, they are still optimistic and are taking active steps to improve their financial health. A couple of other interesting findings. 48% of Americans think their finances will be better off next year, and 27% made improvements in their spending habits and savings over the last year.
How has the pandemic changed Americans' view on budgeting and saving money?
So now more than ever, Americans want to focus on the future. And here are a few examples. 83% of Americans said it's important to budget for long-term finances and emergency savings each month. But fewer, about 76%, are confident in their ability to do so, and even fewer, 62%, feel confident in their ability to save for retirement. This is why tools and resources for people to get on a path to financial health are so important. We want to empower people with knowledge, information, and tools to put them in the driver's seat. And our goal is ultimately to help people make the most of their money so they can make the most of their lives.
What small steps can we take to build long-term success?
So here are my 4 top tips. 1, small steps matter. Whether it's saving a little more each month or monitoring your credit score, these steps not only help you prepare for the unexpected, but they also set you up for long-term success. Number 2, set it and forget it and automate your savings. Number 3, ask for help. Advice can be critical in helping you to reach your goals faster, whether it's helping you build a budget or for more complex matters like saving for retirement. And then finally, embrace digital tools. 2 of my favorites are tools called AutoSave, where you can set up a recurring transfer and start saving, even with something like $1 a day. Additionally, we have a free tool called Credit Journey, where you're able to monitor and track your credit score. And so I love to recommend those as just a few examples of how you can get started.
And many of us want to up our financial game. Are there any tools or resources that you recommend?
Absolutely. Another tool I'd like to highlight is our budgeting tool, which helps you create a budget and understand what's safe to spend. But what I also want to highlight is that while a third of customers indicated that they prefer digital tools, another third say that they love in-person advice. And that's the beauty of our 4,800 branches. I recommend to people to go to one of our bankers and ask for more tips and tricks on how to reach your goals.
And where can we get more information?
For more tools, resources, and information on how to build a budget, grow your savings, and build your credit, please check out chase.com/financial goals.
Well, thank you so much, Nicole, for joining us today. We really appreciate your tips and help with our finances.
Thank you for having me.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
Starting things off this morning with a bit of adventure seeking. Happy to welcome Timberline Tours back into the studio. We've been focusing on rafting for the most part, but let's broaden our horizons a bit this morning and talk about 4x4 tours. Ben Hilly, thank you so much for joining me this morning. What's good, my friends?
Yeah, buddy, happy to be here, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you as well. Good to see you getting into some really interesting we'll call it business, but adventure.
Yeah,
also,
job.
We'll
call it a job.
Here. Yeah. So we've been focusing a lot on rafting, but tell me a bit about Timberline Tours' other business, the 4x4.
Yeah, jeeping. It's one of the best ways to get people into the backcountry who might not really be able to get out there. We do a lot of adventure tours here in the Vail Valley, but not everybody's looking for necessarily adventure. A lot of people want to get out in the mountains, and maybe they don't want to hike. Maybe they don't want to go rafting, So jeeping, I can take people from any walk of life, up into the high country, to just the most beautiful places that I've worked for a decade to find. So it's just an amazing opportunity to show people our beautiful national forest, our beautiful mountain ranges, and really, everything Colorado has to offer.
And we were chatting this morning, and one of my first questions was, where do you go? And you kind of opened it with, well, I have a chat with people and we just go wherever you want. That really shocked me. So it's really a guest-driven experience.
Absolutely. What's unique about Timberline is our permits cover, this entire county. And we even have other permits that go all the way down to the Colorado River, up into the flat tops. So I'm really able to customize my trips to the guests, and I can say, hey, what's the top 3 things you want to see? Do you want to go to a beautiful lake? Do you want to see waterfalls? Do you want to see the biggest mountains in the entire state?
Yeah.
And we offer special wildlife tours. We offer trips to 12,000 feet. So we run trips that no one else offers. Even our advanced trips, I'm the only guide in the county that even runs them. So they're really specialty trips that, it's just amazing experiences that you're not going to find anywhere else.
What would the advanced trip entail? Is that just rockier terrain, or is it higher elevation?
It's kind of it's a notch up from everything, really. It's just super remote trails, that are certainly steeper and rockier. We have specialized equipment. We have specialized guides that have been doing this for over a decade that run them. And really, my advanced trip tops out at 12,000 feet on the tip top of a mountain. So we park at the top of a mountain, the summit, and we can see 360 degrees around. You can view 6 different mountain ranges from where I physically park the Jeep.
Oh man!
Yeah.
And the Jeeps aren't just your Wranglers.
They're not straight from the dealership.
Cherokee.
No. Yeah. They've got some bells and whistles on them for sure. I try to keep it looking reasonable, but I've got a 2-step ladder to get into it.
Yeah.
For example, but 35-inch tires, 4-inch lifts. I run with a high jack and really everything you could possibly need to be out there. I even carry GPS locators just in case. So we're really truly prepared for anything that the mountains throw at us.
Yeah, and it sounds like if you're up at 12,000 feet, this is a hike that could take 7 hours.
Yeah. You're not trying to be out there. I carry sleeping bags just in case, but no, we don't actually ever use them. But yeah, we're 4-hour round trips. But yeah, that's quite a distance to get out there, and we're really very remote.
Yeah. Well, and much more comfortable to be riding in a Jeep than having, and if you're coming from sea level or just joining us from out of town, that's almost an impossible walk-in hike.
Exactly. I've hiked to most of the lakes up in the Gore Range, and you're looking 7-8 hours to get to even a near 12,000 foot elevation. So that's the comment I get from all my trips is like, man, I never would have got here. I never would have seen a place like this without this Jeep tour. So.
Yeah. And you've been doing this for around 8 years, you were saying.
Yeah, 8 years with Timberline, guided for 5 years before that, doing jeeping, snowmobiling, dabbled in hiking and biking, and just kind of guided, every adventure sport out here in the valley, and just really love the jeeping. I really connect with the guests. I get I'd say even a higher quality guest. I love being out with people that really care about the environment, that want to learn about the national forest, that are interested in, hey, what flower is that? You know, we play Stump the Guide. You know, I'm like, hey, if you can find something I don't know about, like, I'll be impressed, you know.
Yeah. So you've done the research on learning everything about the
Absolutely.
About
Absolutely. Everything from the wildflowers. I mean, I spend my time off studying fossils, flowers, Ute history. You know, one thing that we really focus on is Native American history, you know, whose lands these were for the past 10,000 years. So it's, I mean, last year we found fossils at 12,000 feet. We found dinosaur bones, you know, so it's, we offer some unique stuff because we're out there working hard to find those unique experiences for our guests.
Yeah, which is maybe one of the biggest benefits of the Jeep tours.
Yeah.
I mean, you could rent an off-road Jeep yourself and go out for a drive following the trails, but you're not going to get that expertise that someone like yourself brings.
Absolutely. You could drive right by some of the most interesting things. And, you know, when you don't have a guide, you know, who knows? You know, you're looking at a map, you're trying to figure things out. You might miss some of the coolest things around. So that's the best advice I could give anyone. Hire a guide. Anywhere I go, anywhere I travel, day one, I'm always hiring a guide, getting that local knowledge. You know, that's how you find out where to go eat, where to, you know, what other activities to do, who the other best guides are in the valley. So really valuable.
It branches out of not just that one trip, but it can affect your entire vacation.
Absolutely. And I get repeat customers that come back year after year after year, you know, and we go out and show them something new every time.
Yeah, that kind of amazes me too, is just how many different Jeep trails there are.
Yeah.
And that maybe you could probably do it 3 times in 1 week-long vacation and see completely different things every time you go out with you.
Absolutely. You know, and we have, you know, depending on the time of year, we have different trips that we really highlight, you know, and like I was telling you earlier, we just opened, you know, the rest of our high mountain trips. So we've got trips that, again, go to 12,000 feet, but I've got trips where there are literally millions of wildflowers down here at 7,000. So it's really, again, we cater to the guests, and we have different trips that kind of rise up in the experience throughout the season. So in the fall, you know, obviously we're going to be going out looking at all the beautiful colors, right? So.
Is there anything a guest should be kind of preparing themselves for before joining you for one of these day trips?
Not really. You know, we really kind of give you all the information you need, just sunglasses, hat, sunscreen, you know, your camera to take pictures, and that's really all you need. And I even carry all that stuff too, just in case.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear. Don't prepare for anything, just let us take care of you.
That's absolutely right.
And what's the best place to book a tour or find out some more information?
TimberlineTours.com.
Okay.
Absolutely. You know, you can look, we even have, you know, a lot of our trails listed on there. So you can spend a little bit of time researching the different trips that we offer, and then give the office a call and they'll let you know, our availability. And then again, when we pick you up, you know, our guides are trained on all the best trails, and we'll kind of even let you know, hey, these are the trails we really recommend right now. Like I was telling you, Castle Peak is just my trip of the week right now. I'm running it. I ran it 3 times, you know, yesterday because it's amazing. And it's just, I mean, it looks like a computer generated image out there. There's so many flowers. So it's just, cool. It's amazing, you know?
Yeah, you've got to get up to the higher elevations to see the best of the wildflowers.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Ben. I appreciate it. I'm going to have to check out some of these tours myself.
You let me know.
Awesome,
you
buddy.
got my number.
Yeah, well, have a rad rest of your day, man.
Awesome.
And if you want to have a rad rest of your day or week, give a shout to Timberline Tours, TimberlineTours.com. Book yourself a 4x4 trip, a rafting trip. Get out there and explore with the best guides in the business. And stick around, we've got more TV8 Vail coming up next.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Tech your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
This is a live shot from the Cordillera Golf Course, and you can see that they are expecting a little bit of that smoke haziness as well right now this morning, and it is hopefully going to get better as we do start to see precipitation roll in, but for today we aren't expecting a very high chance of moisture, 10% chance of precipitation. 54 degrees first thing this morning, ramping up to 80 degrees later this afternoon. So it is going to be a nice warm day. That nice cloud coverage kind of making it feel a little bit cooler than it actually is. As we take a look ahead into this evening, it does look like we are expecting those temperatures to drop quite a bit. 47 is the low for tonight. That 10% chance of moisture just lingering around. We are expecting that sun to set at 8:38, so make sure that you get out and check out the sunsets while we have the smoke in the air. That's the only nice part, is it makes those colors so vibrant that the sunsets and the sunrises have been absolutely incredible. As we take a look at that I-70 corridor down in Denver, temperatures are nice and warm. 97 degrees in Denver, and it looks like they are expecting some beautiful sunshine, maybe a little bit of cloud coverage. 80 degrees in Vail, 85 in Avon, and then 87 out in Eagle. That cloud coverage kind of bringing its way in, and chances of precipitation as we move ahead into the next 5 days. Tomorrow, a 50% chance of moisture with those scattered thunderstorms. So hopefully we kind of see that moisture really make its way in and we see a lot of precipitation. On Friday, that 60% chance of moisture, 50% on Saturday. So just kind of continuing through the weekend, we are seeing those temperatures kind of drop, which is nice. We definitely could use this little cool front coming. 75 degrees tomorrow, 71 on Friday and Saturday, 75 on Sunday, and then ramping back up for next week. Beautiful sunshine on Monday, a 10% chance of moisture and 77 degrees. So just make sure that if you are getting out, you are prepared with your rain gear and so much more. We're going to take a quick break, and then we are going to take a look at maybe some tax refunds. It's kind of been a funky year with the stimulus checks and everything, so we're going to give you some more information on that.
The extended May 17th tax deadline gave many Americans more time to file taxes this year, and many are expecting a sizable refund just in time for the start of summer. If you're looking for answers on whether you should invest, pay down debt, splurge on things you missed out on during lockdown, Kelly Ryan might have answers. She is the head of independent wealth management at State Street Global Advisors. And joining us on the show, Kelly, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me, Christine. I'm looking forward to it.
What is the latest research and statistics on the average refund Americans are receiving, and what do they plan to do with the funds?
Sure. So this year, the average American refund is just shy of $3,000. And that's a significant sum of money for most Americans, especially after the challenging year that we've just experienced. Recent studies showed that over half of Americans receiving a refund are planning on saving or potentially investing those funds.
And what should someone be thinking about when it comes to investing?
So there are a few things that we would encourage a potential investor to think about. The first is, what are the goals for this money? Do you have short-term goals like replenishing an emergency account? If so, investing and saving that money in a bank account might make sense. If you have longer-term goals like saving for retirement, investing in the market may make sense for you. This is especially true for younger investors who have a lot of time on their side. Cost is also a major consideration here when investing, as higher fees could potentially erode away at returns. And this is one of the many reasons why exchange-traded funds have exploded in popularity over the years.
And are there other costs and expenses that you really need to think about when investing besides the ones you mentioned?
There are. The good news here is that costs and fees have been driven down significantly over the years, and that's a good thing for investors. But if you're a new investor, you should be aware that typically financial advisors charge for advice, and you should feel very comfortable having a conversation with your financial advisor about what those fees are. In addition, every asset manager charges a management fee for a mutual fund or for an exchange traded fund. We call that an expense ratio. ETFs, exchange traded funds, typically have very low fees and very low expense ratios. Those are all fully disclosed on our website, ssga.com, and we're talking about, just fractions of a percentage point in terms of fees there.
Any tips if you just want to invest a small amount of your refund?
Yeah, so many individuals, that are receiving refunds say, well, I don't want to put it all away. I want to spend some and save some. And that makes perfect sense. There's a misconception out in the marketplace that you have to have a lot of money in order to become an investor. And that's just simply not the case anymore. You can start investing with buying as little as one share of a stock or an exchange traded fund. What we really want to think about and encourage investors to do is to set aside a specific amount of money that is invested at a regular cadence. We call this dollar cost averaging, and that will help you develop very strong savings habits. Over time, you could potentially increase the amount that you're saving on a regular basis and really build up that nest egg.
And where can we get more information?
Sure. So there are a number of financial advisors that are willing to meet with individuals and have an initial conversation in order to establish your goals. There are a tremendous amount of resources available online. And I would encourage you to go to our website at ssga.com, where we have a significant amount of educational materials, as well as some tools that can help you select the best investments that will help you meet your needs.
Well, thank you so much, Kelly Ryan, for joining us today. I appreciate this important information and great tips about investing.
Thanks for having me.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day, weekdays.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
We are back. Xterra Trail Runs return to Beaver Creek Sunday, July 18th. With 5K, 9K, 18K, and 5x5K relay team races for runners of all ages and skill levels. Even free fun run races for the kids. Sign up today at xterraplanet.com and enter TV8 at checkout for an extra 10% off. Live more.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake.
Hazy morning at Eagle County Regional Airport, located in Gypsum, so about 14 miles away from the Sylvan Lake fire that is currently burning, and that is about at 3,300 acres. It did touch the banks of the Sylvan Lake yesterday, so that means that a pre-evacuation order has been registered for Frost Creek Golf Course and the Frost Creek residents. If you are feeling some stress as a result of this, don't hesitate to reach out to eaglevalley.bh.org. And let's take a look at the weather for the day. These cloudy conditions are going to help out with the firefighters trying to contain the Sylvan Lake blaze. Temperatures as high as 80 degrees today, so a little bit cooler than what we have been experiencing. It certainly was a bit cool, breezy on the morning walk with Minnie, and really refreshing this morning. So I really want to see that pick up as we approach Thursday and Friday with that higher potential for rain. Low of 47 this evening, 10% chance of precipitation. Now zooming our view out, let's take a look at the high low pressure systems and the jet stream to help determine what our weather is going to be like over the course of the next week. And this little red L and the moisture down here in southern Nevada, southern California, and Arizona, we really want to see that start pushing its way up to us in Colorado. And at the moment, the jet stream is a bit slow, but has a high potential for picking up and bringing us that moisture. So that low pressure system, that precipitation, that should be joining us here in Colorado shortly. Here we see the jet stream start to pick up some speed. This is high elevation, so at lower elevations there's a bit higher winds. So hopefully that does bring that precipitation to us. And looking at the 5-day forecast, we're sitting at about a 40% chance of rain tomorrow morning, growing to around 50% chance in the afternoon. And then Friday, we're looking like should be thunderstorms all day long. So Friday is that target day to really help the firefighters start containing that Sylvan Lake blaze. And then the showers should extend into Saturday before temperatures start to rebound into next week, looking at about 75 to 71 degrees throughout the course of the next few days here. Keep those fingers crossed that the rain really does happen. Right now we're at a coin flip with that 50 to 60%, but as we approach Friday, that should get up to 80 to 100% based on everything I saw in the long-term forecast this morning. And it's a look at your local weather, and we've got Boone's Wine and Spirits up in the studio next. Stick with us.
Welcome to Street Magic. I'm Elizabeth Stanton with some of the most terrifying stunts, extraordinary extreme escapes, and the most amazing cutting-edge magicians you'll ever see in one show. Get ready to have your mind turned inside out. The hand is definitely quicker than the eye.
It's fake!
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Maybe you're looking for the perfect 4th of July plans. Well, Town of Vail always does something super wonderful, and we've got Jeremy Gross from the Town of Vail. Jeremy, thank you so much for coming in this morning.
Yeah, thanks for having me. It's good to be back in the studio.
I mean, it's just good to be back, really.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, and we used to talk all the time. I want to say it was like Fridays down in Eagle, and now here you are back in the studio with us.
Yeah, it's great to be back. Really excited for everything to be back. After the last 16 months, we really are returning to kind of a more normal, and yeah, we're excited to tell everyone about what we've got going on.
Which you guys always have a lot going on, that you guys do all of these fun events in Vail to kind of keep summer going, and you guys just had your big kickoff with GoPro Mountain Games, and now from there it's just going to keep rolling out.
Yeah, so GoPro Mountain Games were 2 weekends ago, and they were awesome. It was so good to see people back in town smiling with their faces being shown. And it was done really smart and safe. There were less vendors than in the past, but it still had a very good feel, very similar to what we had done in the past. Last night was the kickoff of Hot Summer Nights, the free Tuesday concerts at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater. So, the concerts are back. There's an incredible lineup of music at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater through a partnership with AEG. We've got street music back in both villages. We have the farmers market back. It's back.
I know, and the farmers market, for those of you who have not gone, is amazing. I was there on Sunday for the fresh fruit, of course. Literally, I got there at 10:30. One, the parking structure was already full, and two, the peach stand was already out of peaches. I was like, great, I'm gonna get here at 8 next Sunday, and I'm just gonna be waiting for them to be set up and being like, hi, I need them.
Yeah. So a couple ways to address that. First, go to discovervail.com and you can check out the parking so you can see when the garages fill up and when you're moving to the frontage road or over to Lion's Head. That'll just help you plan your day. And you can go to vailfarmersmarket.com and pre-purchase some stuff. So they have some farm boxes and things available ahead of time, so you can just pick it up at Checkpoint Charlie and be done.
Oh my gosh, well, I don't want to be just done because I like to wander around. The live music, everything that's going on kind of at the farmer's market is really fun to me, and also it's a great excuse to be in the sunshine, which I love. But I did get cherries last week, and they are the best cherries I've ever had.
Yeah, so the produce is excellent. It is coming right over from Palisade and some other areas. It is early in the season though, so every week there will be more and more produce as their crop yields more. So. I'm sorry you didn't get your peaches, but there will be more.
It's all right. I'll just keep coming. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a Vail resident now, so it's just right down the street. I'll keep coming until I get the peaches that I want. So farmers markets every Sunday, free concerts on Tuesday, and then a local tradition that I've been going to since I was a small child for 4th of July is the parade.
Yeah, so with everything that happened over the last 16 months, we are going to have some really exciting things in town this year. It is not going to be the traditional parade, but we will return to that soon. So what we're doing this year is similar to what we did last year with a stationary parade. So we will place the floats and the parade exhibits in Lion's Head and a little bit in Vail Village. The 4th of July does fall on a Sunday, so the Vail Farmers Market will be on. So you can still go get your peaches on Sunday the 4th, make a nice peach pie and bring it over to your friend's barbecue. So a lot of those, the same feeling, the same display of exuberance and holiday spirit and festivity will be taking place in Lion's Head with those patriotic exhibits. We've also got 4 different areas where we're going to have live music throughout the day. We've got some strolling music with some brass bands, and we've got strolling entertainers. It's going to be a big day in Vail. There's plenty to do. It's not going to look like 2019 yet, but we will go back to the full parade in the future.
Which is super exciting, and kind of this variation works out perfectly with that farmer's market taking place too, only because that parade brings in so many people.
Yeah.
And then the farmer's market, like both parking structures last weekend were full for the first kickoff of the farmer's market. So I can only imagine that for 4th of July, it's going to be insane. So it's probably best that there are not floats driving through everything.
Yeah, so evaluating the parade over the last year or 2 years that we've not done it, there are challenges with it. Doesn't mean it's not coming back. It is worth overcoming those challenges, but with the timing of the changing public health regulations and the unknowns, this year we knew we could do the stationary parade well. But again, we will go back to the regular parade. Lost my train of thought, but all of the, everything we've learned over the last year has been about adapting to change. It's a little bit of a change, but some of the pros that we did evaluate are that you don't need to be there at 8 a.m. to try to get your spot in front of Pepe's where you've always sat to watch the parade and then try to get lunch with 30,000 other people who are all trying to get lunch at the same time. The stationary exhibits will be open from 10 to 3. We'll have the music going from 10 later in the afternoon. We're adding a silent disco to late in the evening. So really, you can spread out throughout the day. You can spend time in both villages, and you can kind of move at your own comfortable pace. So it's changed the model a little bit, but it's still a really great guest experience.
Which is so awesome because sometimes, I used to work in Vail Village for 4th of July, and going through the crowd where people had like camps setup was impossible. It was hard to get from one end to the other. So it's kind of nice that this is going to dial it back for a year just while everything's getting back into the swing of it. And then after 4th of July, what other fun events do you guys have coming up?
We've got our full calendar. So really everyone that was producing an event in Vail in 2019 is back. Bravo kicks off next week. Hot Summer Nights kicked off yesterday, and we've got more Hot Summer Nights shows. We've got Vail Craft Beer Festival, another art festival, car shows, Gourmet and Gorn Oktoberfest, Dance Festival, Bravo, I said Bravo, the AG shows, and the lineup this year is incredible. The Bob Weir Show was a huge draw for GoPro Mountain Games. They just added Phil Lesh later in the summer, Rodrigo y Gabriela. It's incredible the lineup that they've brought to the amphitheater. So definitely check out grfavail.com, discovervail.com. I mean, there's so many events, so many resources to find out what's going on, and there's something for everybody. Really, there truly is.
There actually is something for everybody, just because, I mean, as a kid that grew up in this valley, and you know my father, so Jeremy and I have spent a lot of time together. Jeremy has actually known me since I was a small child, but you know that I love going to all of these events, and I like to just put my toes in the water everywhere. So when you say something for everyone, you mean it.
Yep. Yeah, we've got art fests. There's a return of an event this year, back from way before your time, the Summer Vail Art Festival. So Summer Vail was a project that a lot of the kind of founding artists of the Valley brought together, and it's coming back. More information coming out about that, but that'll be out soon. What are we forgetting? Community yoga at Solaris every Saturday. The free pop-up street music that was so popular last summer is back. So Shakedown presents with Scott Redner and Shakedown Bar. They'll be playing 3 to 4 days a week in the villages, just free pop-up music. We've got the Vail Jazz Festival, and they've got a enhanced location in Vail Village for their Sunday shows. So they're returning to their Thursday shows at the Arabelle, and then they used to have a small tent at the farmers market. Instead of the small tent, they're going to bring in a full stage and do a concert, a real full concert on Sunday afternoons at Solaris.
Amazing.
So if you're a jazz lover, you can come in Thursday, see the Thursday jazz, stay through the weekend, see Sunday jazz, make a long weekend out of it. And there's so much to do.
Oh my gosh, Jeremy, thank you so much for coming in this morning. Make sure that if you want to do any of these fun activities that you check out discovervail.com/events. That way you can see the entire lineup of events and so much more. We're going to take a quick break, and then we're going to check in with Boone's Wine and Spirit from Eagle.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Check your local listings.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Welcome aboard! Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Or if you're looking for the largest liquor store between Golden and Grand Junction, well, luckily, you're here in Eagle County where it happens to exist. That's Boone's Wine and Spirits. down in Eagle, and I'm happy to have Jeff Mosier from Boone's with me here on the couch. Jeff, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We're in a revelry mood at Boone's Wine and Spirits with a special anniversary.
That's correct. It's our 5.5 Boone's sale. We're making it a 5.5-year sale because obviously for COVID reasons, we couldn't have a big bash last year.
Yeah, so you got to bring things back and have an actual party.
Have an actual party, and why not make it a half-year party?
Yeah, absolutely, man. Leading into what should be a great weekend, too. So tomorrow is the official start of the sale?
Correct. Tomorrow's the sale, 24th. It's going to be from open to close, so 9 a.m. to 10. We've got tastings all day long, 11 to 6. Free food. Come on down. Enjoy the fun.
Yeah, man. So free food, giveaways, and of course deals. What kind of deals are we looking at here, bud?
Deals, we're looking at just a few. Kendall Jackson, the most popular still Chardonnay out there, I'm going to have at $11.99 a bottle down there. And then also spirits, our private label vodka that we carry down there is a Gray's Peak. It's a 1.75 liter. It's going to be tomorrow only $21.99, and that's usually $27.99. So smoking deal there. We compare it to Tito's. It's gluten-free. You got to try it. It's fantastic. On the beer side, we've got Coors and Coors Light suitcases for $18.99.
Oh, that's a slamming deal.
That comes from a reliable source that we will be the lowest in the whole valley tomorrow, so you must come on down and take advantage of that deal.
Man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And when we say the largest liquor store, I don't think people realize how big you are when you kind of compare it to the local ones around Avon or Vail. Like 8,500 square feet?
8,500 square selling space there. So that's floor space with plenty of wine, beer, and spirits on it. 42 cooler doors in there of cold goodness.
It's like mind-numbing looking down the row of your coolers. Like 42 doors. It's hard for me to picture. And then just the amount of variety. Like I've really taken to seltzers this year, and you got to go to multiple different liquor stores to try all the various flavors of some of the brands. But you guys?
You don't have to go anywhere else but Boone's. You know that.
Yeah, absolutely everything. And you offer great tastings as well because you have such a wide selection of wines.
Yeah, like I said, tomorrow we'll do 11 to 6. We're going to have tastings every hour, on the hour, for an hour. And that's beer, spirits, and wine. We'll have some of your favorite stuff out there. I think we're starting out tomorrow at 11 with 10th Mountain Spirits Distilling. So
those are so good.
Yeah, that's good. What a good way to start.
Yeah, right? 11 a.m.'s not too early for whiskey, especially when there's like hors d'oeuvres involved.
Well, that's why they do the moonshine also.
Yeah. Man, they had a strawberry or raspberry moonshine at one point, right?
They've been very experimental. It's fun to see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I got to go down there and check it out. Get a taste of it
You
myself. And what's your favorite kind of liquor, or beer, or seltzer, or wine out right now? What's your recommendation if people come in?
As far as the summer goes, all the seltzers are out there. There's a new one every day, but just ask any of the guys down at the shop, and they'll let you know what their favorite is at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Jeff. Well, hey, thank you very much for joining us. 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. tomorrow?
So the sale goes all day, 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. All the tastings are 11 o'clock until 6. Giveaways all day. We've got bikes, skis, snowboards, golf bags, LEDs, a bunch of signs to go out for the guys or girls, man or women caves.
Man or woman caves. You got to adorn those in some LED lights, man.
You got to. They're awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, thanks again for joining us. Boone's Wine and Spirits, located in Eagle. Tomorrow is their 5.5-year anniversary. Get down there for some incredible sales. The only place in the valley where you can try each and every seltzer in the entire world. It's good stuff. We got just a bit more Good Morning Vail coming up.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
Each week on the Tech Show, you can look forward to the latest in technology and how you can use it too. We'll also chat with leading experts, and you'll find out if the latest gadget will take my money or not. Don't miss the Tech Show. Check your local listings.
We are back. Xterra Trail Runs return to Beaver Creek Sunday, July 18th. With 5K, 9K, 18K, and 5x5K relay team races for runners of all ages and skill levels. Even free fun run races for the kids. Sign up today at xterraplanet.com and enter TV8 at checkout for an extra 10% off. Live more.
I'm Tyne Morgan, host of U.S. Farm Report, a weekend tradition since 1975. I invite you to join us each week as we shine a light on agriculture today and the great way of life that can only be found in rural America. Our team travels the roads less taken to give you a unique perspective on an industry that is rooted in incredible diversity. Come along for the ride as we showcase how farming and ranching isn't just a profession, it's a way of life.
Well, thanks for joining us on this fine little Wednesday here in Eagle County. Maddie, that show gave me a long list of things that I need to do. I need to book a Jeep tour and see if they'll stop by Boone's tomorrow.
A very long list of things to do, and also I want to go because I would like to see all the wildflowers that they talked about.
Yeah.
I would just like to be left there for a little while. I just like the wildflower. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, good stuff. Make sure to check out Boone's Wine and Spirits tomorrow for their 5.5-year anniversary. Those tastings all day long. The Town of Vail 4th of July parade sounds like a blast. It's just good stuff all around.
Yep. All of the great stuff. Get out there and have a fabulous Wednesday, everyone.